Good evening, everybody. This is Joyce from beau Creations, and tonight we are so privileged to have one of our design team members. Liz is joining us in the studio. Hey, Liz, you need to turn your volume down, your input volume.
Input volume?
Yeah, okay. That you can hear. Okay.
Oh, that I can hear.
Yeah. It's good now. You're good. You're good. Don't do anything else. You're good. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Joyce, and Liz is down there at the bottom. Liz, if you want to say hi, you can say hi to everybody. They can hear you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, beau friends.
All right. We have TJ joining us tonight. Can't wait. Coffee is my must-have for beau Create. TJ's here, Diana's here, everybody's here to see your debut, Liz. We're so excited. So tonight, Liz is going to be focusing on the beau Creations coffee dies, and she has done some pretty amazing things with these dies, because you guys all know that unless there's 3 different ways to use something here in this store, we don't use it. So Liz has found several different ways to use these, and she's going to show us some tonight. Hi, Karen. See you Friday. I know I can't wait. Lindsay says hello from Ocala tonight. Good evening. Good evening. Christy is here. Hello, all. Okay, so Liz, do I need for you, or do I
just? My friends here too.
Huh?
You voted to create. Hi, Cricket.
All right, good. I'm glad to see some of your friends are joining us tonight. Joanne is saying hello. Eva Taylor says hello, Liz. All right, so Liz, I'm going to be here crafting along with you, but I'm going to turn it over to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys, don't forget to put your hashtag #live so that we can put some comments in the giveaway later on, and make sure that you have put that in there so that you guys are eligible to win a prize, which we will take care of at the end of the broadcast. Okay. All right, Liz, I'm fixing to turn it over to you.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Joyce. A couple of things that I'm going to be showing you today is, one of them is the intention of the paperclip was to do a paperclip. You've already seen some of those that Jennifer Gilden did. And I also created a little shaker. Okay, I'll be showing you how to do that. And Joyce, if you could show them the card that I'll be creating today. Joyce, are you there? Okay, I don't know. I can't hear her. So with that said, I'm just going to go ahead and start doing the card, because I do not have oh, there we go. Thank you, Joyce. Okay, so that one I'm not going to do, but I will walk you through it. This is the one that I'm going to do. This was the original card that I altered the die to make it like this. And if she opens it up, you'll see that there's little cups in there too. Okay, so it's not just the outside, it's the inside as well. So with that said, okay, with this card, I used a stencil, but I understand that not everybody has a stencil. So all you have to do is, everybody pretty much has a set of stacklets, circle stacklets. So what I did was, I did a template. And this is how I'm going to do the sun on the card. Basically, I'm going to take this out, but I'm going to put it on the side, because that is going to help me to create a mask in just a bit. So I didn't do this on a panel. I actually did it on the card itself. Okay, so with that, I'm going to take my stencil. I'm going to kind of put it just a little bit off the card like this. Okay, and I'm going to use removable tape.
Sorry, Liz, I'm trying to get you back on.
It's okay. I'm going to place removable tape, which is what I'm doing now, and I'm just securing everything down. And this removable tape you can get at beau. Okay, so now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blending brush and whatever yellow you have, I'm going to begin softly on the stencil that I created, and then I'm going to go work in. The reason why I do this is because I don't want a blotch of yellow right in the area that's going to be on the card. Okay, so just very lightly. When you want to do something lightly, you want to hold it a little bit farther away because you're putting less pressure. If you hold it closer, you're going to be applying more pressure. I'm going to also add a little bit of another type of yellow that has a little bit of an orange. And just to kind of like add a little bit of dimension to my sun. Okay. So I'm sorry that the light is quite bright, and so the colors do not show very well. So I apologize for that. So now, how do I do the rays? I'm going to go ahead and remove my stencil. And as you can see, I have my sun. I'm going to place the piece that I saved, and I'm going to place that on top of the sun. The part that I cut out, I'm placing that on top of the sun.
So you're like reverse masking it.
Yes. Okay. If this happens, well, use some removable.
The beau dye tape.
Yes. This doesn't work. Okay, there we go. Now, something that I want to share with you, which beau has, is masking paper. Okay.
That stuff is the bomb diggity.
This stuff is fantastic. Okay. What I did was, because I want straight lines, it was very easy. I took my trimmer and I lined up this edge against this. I kind of like opened it up a little bit.
Hi, Tilda.
I placed it on here, and that's how I'm lining up my paper. So I'm going to take it, lay it down, cut, and now that gives me a straight edge.
You guys, I just want you to know that Liz is a math teacher. So if that explains anything. I love the way you're not using a stencil. I love the way you're actually like making it, you know, from scratch.
Exactly, because not everybody has a stencil. And at beau, it's where learners learn to create. So I know everybody's got a stash of masking paper because they're going to go to beau right away and get their stash. Okay, so here I go. I'm placing it, okay, like a V. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab my blending brush, start off from the off of the card and onto the masking, and just begin to gently, ever so softly. Okay. You want closer to the sun to be a little bit darker.
I honestly thought you used a stencil for this. I'm blown away.
No, I did. I did. I cheated. But for this class, I am using the masking tape to show that everybody, you can actually do this using the masking tape and you don't need no stencil. So you're going to go ahead and lift it. And there is my first ray. Okay.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to leave some space, do another one. Okay. I got to replace this over here so that it doesn't cover. And I'm going to do the same thing. Start on your template. And you don't want it too dark at the end of the ray. Use the darker color. Okay. And switch it again. Now I have my two rays.
Hi, Sandy. Welcome, welcome. Sandy is joining us tonight. Sandy,
Hi.
you're watching Liz, one of our design team members. For those of you that came in late, Tilda said there was life before stencils. Yes, Tilda, those of us that are old enough to know what it looked like before stencils. Don't forget to put your hashtag BeauQ Live in the comments so you'll be eligible for a prize tonight.
And I do want for you to trust the process when I'm doing this, because right now you're probably saying, oh, but it's so white in between. You're going to see what I'm going to do next. Okay. After I have finished placing all my rays. Okay. Now it's not going to be perfect. Sun rays aren't perfect. Probably do that a little bit over here. Okay. Start off very lightly. Oh, the tape gets in the way. I should have placed the removable tape underneath. But that's okay, because this part here, you're going to see that I'm going to be getting rid of it anyway in just a second. Well, not a second, but okay.
Hi, Jonathan. I can't wait for you to come back. Jonathan's been gone a century, feels like.
Oh, yeah, he's your helper.
Yeah. He's been busy bee.
You see what happened? I did not follow what I said you needed to do. You need to start on the stencil, on your made up stencil, and then move in this way so that it doesn't blotch. I did not follow my own directions.
Hi, Michelle. Nice to meet you. She met us in Clearwater and bought the clips, and she's so glad to be catching this live. So for those of you, while Liz is finishing up her sun rays, these are the paper clips. Oh, let me join you on the screen. These are the paper clips. Maybe I'll join you on the screen. I don't know. There we go. These are the coffee paper clips. So if you don't have a set of these, they're $15.99. And remember, if you buy 3 of them, any 3, we've got the bunnies and the ones that we did last week, which are the circle ones, the oval ones, and the rectangles. We call those the essentials. If you buy any 3, you get 10% off. If you buy all 5, you get 15% off.
So now, without adding okay, without adding any ink to your blending brush, you're going to softly use what's on there very, very softly to add a glow around it, because you don't want that white. And I know that with the camera and my light, it's very difficult to see, but it's removing a lot of that white space and making it more cohesive between the rays of the sun and the parts that there's no rays. Okay.
Hi, Dina.
And again, that is only with whatever is on there. So notice, okay, notice here, okay, I don't know if you can see, here it's white, but over here, there's somewhat of a glow. And I apologize for the lighting.
It's actually coming through pretty good, Liz.
Okay, so here's my sun. And I have a little bit of stickiness there, but that's okay. Because if you don't have one of these handy dandy erasers, you can go to beau. And I'm telling you, she's got all
They must have everything at beau.
yeah. So I can remove that, and now it's not sticky anymore. Okay. And there's two types of eraser. This one is used to remove anything that's sticky, any sticky residue. That's why it looks like that. So, okay. So now that I have that, you don't have to throw these away. You can use them again. I suggest that if you're going to use them again, okay, attach it to your template, attach everything to that, and then you can just put it in a sleeve or put it wherever you want to. Okay, now let me close my inks. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually cut right here, but I want to have an idea because I'm going to be using my little cups.
They're so cute.
Okay. I don't want it to, oh my goodness, sorry. I don't want it to be hanging over. So that's why I'm going to cut. And I think I'm going to be cutting. And when you do this, do not cut both parts.
That sounds like you're speaking from experience.
No, actually, the first time I did this, I took the die, the inner die, and I actually put it here, and I cut the cups from here, like this.
Oh, okay.
So I actually did a technique where you don't cut the entire die. So like you would place the board.
Yeah, so you get a half cut.
So for example, correct. So for example, if you are placing it on, that's what I did the first time. And that was a lot of work.
So anybody who's wondering where she gets those little cups from, this is the inside part of the clip. So they actually emboss and make these cute little cups, and that's where she got the cups from, was the inside of the clip right there.
Correct. So the technique is basically you take this, you put it on here, okay, and you place it on there. And I only want to cut this portion. This is the portion. So what you do is you're going to place your tray, the other one, the top, about right here. Okay. So
we'll leave that for another day.
Yeah, when it presses, it would be there. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I did it that the first time, and it was too much work. So the easier way is the way I'm going to show you.
Thank you for saving us.
Yes. So it's about an inch. You're going to cut that off. Okay, so you're going to have it like this. And I'm going to set it aside because now I am actually going to use the little coffee cups, which I cut. Okay, I cut out. And I'll show you when I do the shaker how I ended up with all of these. Okay, so don't think that you have to cut each separately. You'll see what I do. I'm going to remove this. I have this on a sticky mat, but if you do not have a sticky mat, that's okay. Use what you have. I do not know, Joyce, do you have sticky mats for sale?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to use beau blending brushes.
Oh, the little ones?
Yeah, the little ones. But before I do that, I'm so sorry. I also wanted to bring to your attention that I created some masks. Okay, these little masks. And one of the things that I need, okay, is I need to cut this little piece here because I don't want the lid to have any color.
I'm just going to show them on your sample. You guys, do you see what she's talking about? There's no color on the cup. So she masked the lid of the cup so that it actually had a white component. Genius.
Correct. Okay, now here's a suggestion. This masking paper doesn't have a lot of stickiness because it doesn't want, you don't want it to stick so much that it rips your paper. So the plates are usually look like this. Well, I don't want it to pick up any of the particles that are on the plate. So what I did was I took acetate. I placed my piece of paper, which you can see right here. I placed it on the acetate and then I cut it. This way, my masking paper doesn't pick up anything or any fibers from paper. So it keeps it clean. So that's just a little tip there. Okay. So I'm going to take my mask, put it on the first coffee cup. And I am going to color this again.
Hi, Leanne.
Wipe off some on the glass, and I'm going to start at this corner. And this is the corner. My right hand side is what I want darker, and then I'm going to work my way up. And the reason I want that is because I want my shadow to be behind because the rays are going to be hitting this way. So I want the left side of my cup to be lighter because that's where the light is striking the cup. Oops. It wants to lift. And I'm sorry that the colors are terrible.
They're not as bad as you're seeing them.
Really?
Yeah, they're not as bad as you think. They're coming through pretty good.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to remove the mask and I'm going to do another cup just like it because I need a cup for the outside of the card and I need a cup for the inside of the card. Now, the other thing is the reason why I also put it inside the cup the cups inside is because I wanted to hide the, oh my gosh, the back of the cup itself.
Let me show them what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
so she, if you open up the card, you would see the back side of this cup. So when she does two of them, you glue them onto the card, and then you see the front and the back, and it looks just so pretty. Look at that. You get them on the inside and the outside. Love that.
Now I'm going to switch colors. So I'm going to do 2 other cups. Oops. Oh, my mask. I did not place it properly. Okay. And again, corner and right side should be darker. And I'm sorry. When I'm working, I tend to be very quiet. Joyce knows that.
You get so laser focused. Laser focused.
Does anybody have any questions so far? Now I'm going to do the next. Now, if you don't have a lot of colored inks, it's okay. You don't have to do it necessarily with blending brushes and the ink. You can actually
just do it with paper.
Do it with paper. You can use colored pencils.
And use your Olos that you get from beau.
Exactly.
That are on sale, by the way. Hello, Terry. I love those cups. They are so cute. You could also color the whole one instead of masking. You could color it and then cut a second one out in white and just layer the white.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Just cut the top off the.
I hadn't even thought of that. See?
But I like the idea of leaving that white though and putting a mask on. Michelle says, do you mirror the shadow on the cup for the inside and outside? Do they fit together? Michelle, they absolutely do. The cups are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter, which way you put them, they're going to be fine. I hope that's what you were asking. So there you go.
But what I really like about these paperclip stencils is that it doesn't have to be exclusive to only paper clips. So they're very versatile. And you really, I think that's one of the things that different dies that you can use for different ways, I think those are the best kind because you get so much more out of it.
Jennifer Williams is saying hello.
Hello, Jennifer.
See, I told you guys that I just give this stuff to the team and they make me look fabulous. So, proof, because Liz is making me look fabulous today.
I don't think I've blended so fast in my life. This is good practice. There's something about blending that just, I don't know, to me, it's very relaxing. Now, this isn't usually the glass mat that I use because I'm actually sitting on the side where the computer's at in my craft room.
Sandy McQuaid said, I had no idea the paper clips were so diversified. Yes, Sandy, when we drew these, we wanted to make sure that they had at least 3 different ways that we could use it, you know? And I'm sure that you guys will come up with so many more.
And that's what Joyce's motto is when it comes to learning to create, being able to use it in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm just going to wipe off the ink that I have here on the, I don't want that to go on my card.
Liz, Sandy said you're doing a great job blending your inks.
Yeah. And then what did I do? Oh, they're right in front of me. Sorry. It was like staring right at me. So this is, if you have Copic markers, this is C1, which is cool gray. If you do not, and you have Olo markers, it would be CG1. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to create a little bit, you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm creating like a little shadow on the right side of the cup. Okay. So this actually helps to create dimension on that cup. Now, just alcohol markers, no matter what, whether they're Copic or Olo, the more layers you add, the darker it gets. So. Okay, so I'll lift one up and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, you can't really see it. Well, at least I can't. But anyway, so then now what I did was, you can actually color with a marker. You can color the inside. Or I have, from my stash, I have little hearts that I got from an edge, you know, those edge punches. And so these little hearts are supposed to be garbage when you stamp the edge, but I keep them. And look, they actually are the perfect size. Oh. Now, I like these little bottles, and Joyce has them in the store.
I was going to say, we definitely have those.
Yes. I'm just going to put a little bit on it. Whoops, that was a little too much. I actually refilled my little, but I like it because it's small. So when you go to classes, you're not carrying a lot or anything heavy. Let me remove a little bit of that.
Sandy says, oh my gosh, Liz, you use everything. Hi, Laura. How you doing?
And
well,
so,
you know us, Sandy. We got to make sure we get everything off the cutting room floor.
Okay. And I know that this pick tool I love. Everybody likes those fancy ones. Well, you know what? I like this pick tool. And I know. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. They're in the store too. Joyce has 2 types. I like this one because it has a thinner one and it has a bigger one. So depending on what you're picking up. You can use
I
this.
thought those little hearts were stickers, Liz.
No, but you know what? You could. The only thing is that if I were to use stickers, it would be really kind of hard to pick it up. I mean, not pick it up, but like to remove the backing of it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, I know that you also carry this, which is double adhesive tape.
Double-sided tape, yep.
That stuff will last you a lifetime. So now I'm going to take my card, okay, and just use any order of the colors. What order did I put? Red?
You did pink, green, blue, and purple.
Pink,
Green, blue,
green,
and purple.
blue, and purple. Okay. And so you just arrange them whichever way you want. Okay. And always do a dry fit.
Dry fit, dry fit, dry fit.
Ask me how I know that. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Hence why we dry fit.
Exactly. That's why we dry fit. Okay.
I start in the middle and work my way out. That's usually, that way I know if the first two are good, then they're not going to be too much down at the bottom or too much at the top. How do you do it?
How do I do it?
Yeah, do you do from the middle and work your way out, or do you?
Well, that I do when I'm placing words, like letters from words. But in this case, the only reason why I'm doing it that way is because if I have to overlap, I want the top one behind. But that's just a matter of choice. So I'm going to start with the top one.
Fabulous Cards said add to cart. Can you tell me what we're adding to cart, Fabulous Cards?
Okay, now when you're placing this, you want to make sure that you're not placing it on the card. Okay, you want it kind of close to this edge also.
The double-sided pickup tool, okay.
And it's okay if it doesn't stick all the way, because you'll see in a second that when I place the ones from the inside, they're going to hold together. So it's going to be secure. There we go. So now I'm going to remove this. And I love this removable tape. I love, love, love. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it. And I'm going to place the same, but I'm going to layer it right on top. So on these, you can actually put it on the entire cup, because the entire cup is actually covering the whole thing. So that's what's nice about this, is that it's symmetrical.
Yep, that's why you put them on the back. You can see her cards, her coffee cups hanging off the back there. So it just polishes it and makes it look a little more finished.
Exactly. And one of the things that I like is we always decorate the outside, but very few times we tend to decorate the inside of the card.
And Hassan says, Liz, your creativity level is at 10 as usual.
Oh, thank you. Hugs and kisses. Okay, the blue.
And it probably wouldn't be so bad if you accidentally mixed up those colors, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to put the blue on the blue.
I tried to kind of follow the rainbow order. Roy G. Biv.
Laura
Okay.
said, I love this card idea.
Okay. And then you just squeeze it together and you'll see that it's secure.
So
Okay.
cute.
Now, I'm going to put the sentiment and, of course, whatever sentiment you have. Now, something that we also carry are these sheets, sticky packs. Has anybody ever seen these or ever heard of it or used it?
Those are a precious find.
Because I don't see a lot of people using these.
They will now.
Okay. So what's really nice about sticky sheets is that they are actually like little specks of, pretend that they're like glue dots, tiny.
Tiny,
And they
tiny.
are great for intricate cuts, especially small details like this. Okay. So instead of me placing glue all over that, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off. And like I said, they're like little specks. I'm going to place it upside down. And it's going to adhere to the paper. So you have to be very careful when lifting. I think I put it down too hard. My bad.
And just so you know, guys, we do have the 8.5 by 11. They come 4 to a pack for $9.50. We have 2 of them.
I'm sorry, I messed up. I really squeezed it on there tight. It's not supposed to look like that, but that did not come out right. Let me try it again.
I fold the sheet, the white sheet back over top of it, and then that way, but that works.
Oh my God. I think this one that I have, I've had it for a very long time and I've had it in the car and I think it's somewhat damaged.
Yeah,
So
they're not supposed to be gooey like that.
yeah, that's my fault. But the only reason why I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. But this I have used and it works great. I think what it is that I had my craft stuff in the car and this has melted. Okay. Yeah. So this one is not from beau. I promise you. Okay.
We do have 2 packs
what
left.
I wanted to do was I wanted to build dimension. Okay. That's why I had those. Okay. So I'm just going to use my precision. You can also use what's that thing called? One of the things that Joyce taught me is that you can put the glue on here. If you don't like it on your hand, you can put it on a sticky note or a little cardboard, and you're just going to very lightly
tap it in there.
Okay. And I should be using what's it called? Tweezers, but I tend to use my hands a lot. And I'm going to place it about right here.
That is cute.
Another reason why I wanted to use the sticky sheets is because this is gold paper. And this gold paper is
reflective.
Yes, it's reflective. And if you get glue on it, you have to make sure that you clean it off. Otherwise, it's going to mess it up.
It's like a little bit dull.
Yeah.
Hi, Annie. How are you?
So let me remove the glue that's on my hand. And then finally, I am going to stamp it. I like to use VersaFine ink, black ink. And this is not a new dye, so I don't need to condition it. And then I'm just going to put right here. Hello. Now, when I placed it, I don't want to rock it. Otherwise, it's going to, instead of being nice and crisp, the letters are going to bold out. And then finally, the last thing that I did, okay?
Hi, Kay.
Was I placed glossy accents on the hearts.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay. So there is your finished card.
Yay! Liz,
Okay.
that is so stinking cute.
If you look at hers, you'll see that the glossy accents is on the inside and the outside. See how it shines? And it's raised.
Isn't that a beautiful card?
Oh, I forgot the bling. The bling.
Uh-oh, can't forget the bling.
You got to get the bling in there. Sorry.
While she's getting the bling, I just want to show you guys this other card right here that she made with the cute little cups here. And I don't know if you can see right here, there's actually a scrolly thing, like the little steam coming up off the cup. So these are the inside pieces from the die. So use them as a paper clip, but also utilize these little pieces to make your, coffee cups and stuff. Hi, Diane. She forgot I was on. Isn't that adorable? Hope your day is brewed to perfection. Enjoy. Isn't that cute?
Okay.
I love the coffee cups on the inside, Liz. That is such a polished, finished look when you do that. That's what makes a difference between a card that you spent some time on and one that you just kind of did. Those little details are what people look for that take that card up a notch. I love it. So creative. Diane Enlow says, BoQ #live. Adorable for Laura. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. And while you were working so feverishly, I did 2 coffee shakers. Look at that. I learned this from Liz.
So I know that we're pressed for time, so I'm just going to walk you through it. Okay. I even wrote notes as I did it. Okay. So what I did was the following. So if you have this die already, this is how you can create your shaker. The first thing you're going to do is, I like my paper clips to be hardy, like not flimsy. And that's one of the things that I love about Joyce's paper, BoQ's paper, is that it's thick. Now, unfortunately, coming soon, we will have coffee paper, right, Joyce?
Yes, we will.
Okay. But I couldn't find coffee paper that she had done with some gnomes a couple of years ago. I don't know why I couldn't find it. So I just used some of my own from my stash, not coffee paper, just brown paper. And the first thing I did was, where's my dies? Okay. You're going to want to cut 1 white, okay? One white out of this. I actually cut 2 of them because I want one in the front. I want it to show in the front, and I want to cover it in the back, okay? And then an acetate one, okay? Something I learned is that you can, when you're working with acetate, if you cut a piece, put a sticky note or put something on it so that if it's laying somewhere, you can find it, okay? Otherwise, you're going to lose it. So it doesn't have to be the entire piece, but something I also learned from Joyce is that when you are going to cut acetate, you want to put a piece of cardstock underneath and your acetate and then your dye, okay? Because otherwise it won't cut through the acetate. If you have a shim, that's even better. I actually use both. And basically the shim is the metal shim. This is an example of one. So anyway, so that's how I was able to cut that. On the acetate, you want to clip, I'm sorry?
Do you see the piece of chipboard that I have on my desk? No, you can't because that
No.
took me away. Our dies actually cut through the chipboard first pass. So these dies they're no joke, guys. They will get the job done.
So after you have cut these pieces, okay, you're going to want to line up this die, the outline, with the inside of the coffee cup. Okay, so you want to turn it around. You want to have it on a flat surface. I do not suggest that you do this on the plates because sometimes the plates are a little bit warped and you really need a flat surface. So when you have it like this, you're going to place your tape. You want to center it, of course. And you're not going to remove this tape at all, okay? You're not going to remove it at all. You're going to actually cut 6 of the white, okay, of white cardstock. And you only need the top portion, okay? Now, I suggest that you use heavy paper. And the reason is because heavy paper is thicker. And normally people, when they do shaker cards, they use foam. But this is so small. So that's the reason why I cut 6 of these. Well, when you cut these 6, guess what? It gives you
Enough to make your cards.
The cups for the card.
Yeah.
So it's a 2 for 1.
What's a 2 for?
Exactly. It's not garbage. You're going to use it for a different project. So everything you're going to use. Then, of course, you're going to cut these off. How much time do I have left?
You just keep going. You're good.
Okay, I'm going to cut these off. That's why I kind of pre-cut it. I pre-cut everything was to save time. And I appreciate everybody that's on here watching me. Those are 6, and you want to cut 1, okay? Because this is going to go on the top. Between these and the acetate, okay? So you're going to go ahead and glue them on.
So they're essentially creating the the dam by layering the pieces together, correct?
So I suggest that you hold it like this and then place the other one, because your fingers are actually going to line it up. They're going to help you line it up. Again, I'm placing the glue, and these little bottles, they're so tiny that it helps you. You don't want to put a lot. You can also use a sticky pen. What is it? A sticky?
Quickie glue stick.
Quickie glue stick. Okay.
Sandy says, I truly did not know how much I am going to love these paperclip dies. Yes, Sandy, they're on their way to you now.
And there is also coming up for the next class that Joyce is going to have. It's going to be the theme is Easter, right?
Mm-hmm.
The bunnies. It's on the calendar.
The little bunnies. Don't forget, we've got BYO on Thursday. I will not be presenting, but Jennifer Williams will be. She's going to be with you guys on Thursday for BYO. I will be at the expo. So if you are in Florida and you want to come over to the expo, I will be at the Elizabeth Craft Designs booth. Come over and see me. No, I did not do the swap reveal yet, Diane. Laura says, I've done that before. It almost makes a nice piece of thick chipboard, which is very nice.
Okay.
Hello there, if I remember.
I have that. Okay. I'm going to take this, and one of the things that I did, and I'm just going to quickly demonstrate, I actually took my marker and I colored the edge. So that when you see it from the side, it's not white. See? Because I didn't want.
Liz is a little bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah. So
Michelle says, where in Florida is the expo? Orlando, Michelle. Sorry, Liz. I keep talking over you. I'm sorry.
So that's what I would do. I can do that afterwards. That's okay. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to, glue. On top. I want to glue the back. And again, these line up. I'm just going a little bit quick here, but they do line up. And I'm going to place this frame on here. Use your fingers to line everything up, the edges, and press down. Okay. Now, what I did do was I did take one of those little cups and I quickly colored it. I gotta close my glue. Okay, I quickly colored it. Here's my Copic, what I used, but here's the Olo colors. So I made that.
We can post those later, Liz.
I'm
They
sorry?
can't. We can post those later. They can't see them very well.
Okay, not
So
a
we'll
problem.
take a picture and post it.
Okay. So start with my shadow. And by all means, I am not a pro at coloring, but I like it. And it's not going to stop me from coloring.
I love that.
When I do that, exactly.
They should not stop what they love doing just because they're not, quote unquote, the best at it.
And so I do know that I want to, while it's wet, I want to go over my dark and bring in my lighter color over it, and then extend the lighter color. So I'm going to take, this is my lightest. I start at the darkest.
You guys are getting quite alive tonight. Michelle, the expo is at the convention center on iDrive. And it will be Friday and Saturday, and I think Sunday. I'm not sure. I know definitely Friday and Saturday.
Okay, so do you see how there's dark and shadow? Okay. I did the same thing with wrong side, wrong end, with the middle of the cup.
Liz, while you're coloring, I just want to make sure that everybody has put their hashtag BoQ Live, because we're going to be doing a drawing in just a couple of minutes. And Liz, is it okay if we give away your beautiful sunshine card here?
Yes.
To our winner chicken dinner?
Of course.
All right. That's awesome.
Honestly, it's a honor that somebody would want my card.
It's gorgeous. What are you talking about? All right. And just in case you're wondering about the sticky specs, oh, Michelle's like, I may just drive up. Well, Michelle, if you do, please come see me at the Elizabeth Craft Designs booth. So these are the sticky specs. They are A4 size, which means that they're 8.5 by 11. And you literally just rub on and peel it off. They're $9.50 for 4 sheets. So if you want to add to cart, then you guys, I only have 2 packs left. So that's that. The quickie glue pen that Liz was talking about is this little guy. If you've never used this before, oh my goodness. This thing is great for tiny, tiny jobs. You just color it like you would if it was a regular ink pen, and it glues your pieces together just like a regular glue would. And it's a ballpoint pen. So it's kind of good for small jobs. And what else did you, of course, the dies we have in stock, the pokey tools. And don't forget that our dies will cut chipboard, guys. These are mixed media dies, so you'll be able to get yourself some pretty thick shaker pieces out of that. So, all right. Liz looks like she's putting glue on the back. So let's see how this comes out.
Okay, and I tend to sometimes mess up. I'll put the acetate before I even put this. So this time I made sure I am placing my die, my piece inside.
Oh, that's what I didn't do. That's cute.
Why doesn't it want to fit now? Because I'm on live. That's why, Liz.
If it can possibly go wrong, it will when you're on live. That's just the rule of the game.
Okay, so you want to make sure that everything is flat. So use your pokey tool if you need to get into the corner. Okay. You want everything to be laid in there flat. Okay. And then before you put the acetate, you're going to place a little bit of bling, your shaker bits. I don't want to put the big pieces because I really want to see the back of the card also. Okay.
Sorry, Liz, I don't know what it's doing. Give me just a second.
It's okay.
Get you back to the solo layout. I don't know. Well, we'll just go ahead and do the drawing while I'm on this panel.
There
Okay.
I am. So now that I put the shaker bits in, I'm going to just put the glue on the edge, very, very light, because when you put the acetate, it's going to smush. And I'm sorry, with my choice of words, smush.
All right. Is it okay if I go ahead and do the
They could just watch this while you do the drawing.
Yeah, I don't know why it has the live across it though. Oh, it's okay. We're good. We're good. I didn't plan to love all these darn paper clips. I know, Laura. Imagine how much fun I had making them. Hi, Mary. I see people still putting BoQ Live on there. So get your BoQ Live. Sandy wants to know if those are little coffee beans inside of your They are.
I just had a little bit in my stash.
How cute are they?
And then now I put the frame.
Oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. Woohoo! And it even sounds like a shaker.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can hear
it. So yeah.
How cute are those? They turned out way better than mine. Mine don't look as beautiful as yours do.
Oh, thank you. I am so glad that everybody enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm sorry if I did not answer any of your questions. I'm just so glad that Joyce is here to answer your questions. She knows so much more than I could ever know. But it's hard for me to demonstrate and be looking at the questions. So I apologize if I don't want anybody to think, oh, she wasn't answering my questions. So it's like I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Sandy said my best decision was buying all 5 paper clips. Tilda says smush is a technical term. So adorable. I love the shakers, Diane says. All right. So are we ready to do the giveaway for tonight? Everybody's got their BoQ Live hashtag on and in.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. Let's see who's going to win that gorgeous card. Ann Hassan. Woohoo! Congratulations, Ann. You have won. Woohoo! You have won Liz's beautiful card here. Congratulations. It is so stinking cute.
My retreat roommate. Hi, Mary. Another friend of mine joined in.
Hi. Thank you all so much. I want to congratulate again Ann Hassan for winning Liz's card tonight. And I just want you guys to know that my design team is the most fabulous team around, hands down. So Liz is one of our newest design team members. So please give her a round of applause for her very first live tonight. Liz, you did fantastic. You never disappoint. Love, love, love what you've done. Thank you so much for joining us. And do you have anything you'd like to say? Thank you so much.
Here we go. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Cricket. Hi, Annie. Hi, let's see, Ava, Anne, Christy.
Diana's on. TJ's here. Annie, Laura. Yay!
Laura, everybody, Bethany, Sandy. I'm so sorry I didn't say hi earlier. I mean, I said hi, it's general, but.
And I just want to say thank you, Liz. You were fabulous as always. Congratulations to Kay Cargill, by the way. She just retired. So, Kay, congratulations. Now everybody knows you're free. Congratulations, Liz. Kay, the only person I know that retired from Spencer's Gifts. She worked there her whole entire career. So, Kay, congratulations on your retirement. We'll watch you again and again, Liz. Thank you so much, Sandy. I'm so glad you joined us. Bethany says she's in awe. So thank you so much, Liz. And Anne, congratulations for winning Liz's beautiful card here. And
if you want, you can give these as prizes too.
Okay, I will. I've already closed out the giveaway tool.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Give it to them for next time.
Okay. We're still, don't forget that next week we're going to be focusing on the bunnies. So, you guys are going to learn more and more about how to use these clips and how to make beautiful little, if you want to do a clip, you can do a clip, or you can, here, let me put this up here. If you want to do a clip, you can do it as a clip, but you can also utilize it for a lot of other things. So you guys, thank you so very much for joining us. And these are available at beaucreations.com. If you haven't gotten them, remember you get 3 of them, you save 10%. You get all 5, you save 15%. So there you go. All right, Liz, again, thank you so very much for joining us tonight. You guys are amazing. We love, love, love you.
It has been a privilege. I loved it.
Well, we're going to have you back. Don't you worry. All right, guys. Have a good evening. And Liz, don't hang up, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. Bye.
Have a nice evening, everybody. Bye.